Alright folks, the Real Alien Tom back with you for another exciting episode. And I promised I was going to show you how I pot up some of these little iris divisions, as well as the black-eyed Susans. And as you can see, I've got some leafy greens coming in. I'm going to thin them out. My cucumbers are pretty much done, except for that one hanger right there. I'm going to thin out these little leafy greens. They're arugula, kale, collards, you name it, bok choy, everything. And I'll put them in a flat and grow them for a little while and then transplant them when they get a little bit bigger. But let's look at this potting mix I do. It's the Tommy's mix, I guess you could call it. Mel Bartholomew has his mix. I've got a simple mix. I've been doing plant propagation for years. Worked in the nursery business many, many years, and this is what I use. It's cheap. It's 3 different ingredients. You mix it in 3-2-1 ratio, which I'm going to show you here in a minute. That's all it is to it, and it really works well. It drains well, holds nutrients, helps roots, you name it. I mean, it's all you need. Alright folks, well here's what I use. Basically, these 3 ingredients. This Nature's Helper, which is a soil conditioner. It's like a ground up pine bark and other organic matter. That's what it looks like in a pile. Garden soil. You usually have to buy that. That's a high quality, almost like pure compost. It's really nice. It's already got some fertilizer in it. It just makes life easy when you go buy this. And then some play sand. And I'll do a 3-2-1 ratio. Let me show you what I'm talking about with that. 3, 2, 1. Okay? Not too hard to figure out. 3, 2, 1. 3 parts of the organic soil conditioner. 2 parts of the good garden soil. 1 part sand. Got all the drainage you want. I put it all in here. And I'll mix it up. You can mix it up any way you want. I use like little shovels and stuff, or use the bucket in a churning method to get that to work. And then here's your finished product. Can you see that? There's still a little bit of sand in it. It's going to continue to get mixed up. So that's what I do. I'm going to fill these trays with some of this. That'll be for the little veggie plants that I'm going to thin out. Some of them got where I spilled some seed. If you saw in an earlier video, I spilled some bok choy seed in a spot and went, oops. And that's the spot that came up. Lots of seed. They got to be thinned. Here's some iris bulbs I dug from a previous video out in the front bed. And I'm going to clean these guys up and put them into 1-gallon pots. And then next year we'll have some nice iris ready to bloom as well. So anyway, let's get started. I'll show you what. Alright folks, so here we are. We've got busted up all of these tubers, iris tubers, and removed the soil from the roots. I cut a lot of the roots off because there's going to be a lot of root growth. And I want to show you something that I'm going to be planting. If you look at some of these tubers, some of them actually have some foliage and look nice and clean. Then you can look at some of the older ones, and they've got a lot of callus tissue on them. They're a little older. They'll go in too. They're going to get planted with their younger, better looking bucks. I'll probably put about 3 tubers per pot. And just want to tell you about the mixing of the soil. If you have 2 buckets, you can mix those 3 ingredients together and then just kind of dump them back and forth in the bucket, and it'll mix it up really good without having to stir it or anything. But here we go. We're going to do the potting now. Alright folks, so here we are, and kind of just filling in the soil on the top, not too much. The planting mix. And we'll talk about what I've done here. When you're putting these little tubers in, see little flares of foliage. Go ahead and keep them to the outside of the pot. Try to alternate them as best you can. And that's where you're going to have a really vigorous plant. I mean, I've really over-planted these pots. These are 1-gallon pots. And boy, these are going to be some generous looking irises come spring. I mean, they've got enough energy in here to bloom like mad. They're going to be awesome. And just got a few left from what I collected, but that's a bunch of free plants there, folks. All right. Hey, I don't know if I'm going to get around to the transplanting. That might have to wait till tomorrow into those little trays. But anyway, you know, Alien Tom, he's always procrastinating. So, Emily. Alright, folks, that's it. I mean, this is all watered in. These are iris. And we came up with some pretty good ones there, man. And 16 new iris plants. You can't beat that. So, just wanted to share this with you. I know it's a continuation from another episode of Iris Division, but this is the finished product. And that's the way Alien Tom rolls. He procrastinates. But I'm going to show you how I fill these things out in another episode. All right, Alien Tom signing out. Have a great one. Bye-bye.